Hi, this is Yesenia and Sam.
And you're watching ONT now.
Hey, it's Yesenia, and as you can see, my partner in crime, Sam Gomez, is not here today, but we have a very special guest filling in his spot, Natalie Dawn.
Hi everybody.
Natalie is a very special friend of ONT Now, as well as a local makeup artist here in the neighborhood, so I'm sure most of you know her. Thank you so much, Natalie, for joining me today.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's really good to see you, by the way.
It's very great to see you. And just so you know, this is a very special episode.
Oh, is it? Tell me why.
It definitely is. This is the very first ONT Now podcast that is directed, filmed, and hosted by an all-Latina crew.
Woo!
Now, how amazing is that?
That's awesome. Girl power.
Krista Alvarez behind the camera today. So I'm pretty excited about that.
That's exciting. That is very exciting news.
So again, Natalie, I will tell you, because I know I've told you before, what you do is a true art.
Aww.
Because I have tried time and time again to put makeup on, and I just can't do it. I stick to mascara and lip gloss. That's it.
Do you take the time and practice?
I do, but it's just, you know what? I get frustrated. I never know what colors look good on me. They've tried, you know what? They've tried different things. Like they've tried like the shadow thing, and I look like a raccoon.
Okay, maybe you just went to the wrong artist.
Maybe
we need to have a little one-on-one
You're
session.
right. You know what? That's what we need. And you're going to have to sit down with me then and give me a little tutorial.
It'll be a date.
All right, cool. Sounds great. My daughter loves to put on makeup, and it's so funny.
And your daughter's how old?
3 years old.
Oh my God.
This little girl, like, she'll tell me, like, Mommy, blush. I'm like, what? Girl, how do you even know what's what? But I don't know. I'm telling you, you're just born with the talent.
Maybe a future makeup artist in the making.
Maybe. She's definitely going to have to sit down with you for sure. So tell me a little bit about how you got into the makeup world.
Well, I originally started out as an actor and fell into makeup completely by accident. It was a chance meeting with an Estee Lauder makeup artist at a dinner party of all places, and we just got to talking, and I told her about my love of art and my love for makeup, and she set me up with an interview, and it basically just went from there.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
So acting, huh? I forgot all about that.
Yes. That was a really long time ago. But speaking of acting, you've been doing a lot lately.
I've been trying to keep busy. I mean, I know most people know that I worked for the city and the political world for 9+ years.
That's a long time.
One of the things that I don't really talk about too much to a lot of people is that, yes, I have been acting and performing for 15+ years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
That's a really long time.
It's been a long journey. As you know, the opportunities out here, especially years ago, were not as they are on the north side.
Right.
I didn't have a car. I was young. I always had to be on taking the metro, taking the trains, taking buses to wherever I needed to go. And half the time, I mean, my mom was not okay with me being out on the streets by myself at the late hour.
Yeah.
And as you know, a lot of the rehearsals and performances are at late hours. So it was hard for me to be able to do what I wanted to do, limited resources. Yeah. So one of the things that my focus is on right now is to trying to bring these opportunities to the community with the South Chicago Theater, with the murder mysteries that we're doing, with the web series that I've been working on, trying to provide these resources for local talent because we have so much talent.
We do have a lot of talent here.
Yes.
The arts is starting to expand itself in our community. I don't know if you knew recently that Marsh as well as Gallistel did Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And I had no idea they were doing these shows. And I have friends that are teachers who should have said, like, hey, Nat, our students are doing this play. Otherwise, I would have went to see it.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just not broadcast enough, that the things that are going on here. Because I feel like if everyone knew, they would get involved.
Yeah. I feel exactly like you do because I found out about it after the fact.
See.
Is I was watching videos on Facebook.
At least you found out about it, right?
But
better late than never.
Yes, and these are the kind of things that I want to be able to do and bring more of.
Right.
Not only that, but I mean, I lost a lot of money and took a lot of classes that were not legit, and even photographers that were not legit. A lot of scary situations.
One bad experience, but I fortunately did get my money back on that.
Oh,
one.
did you? Oh, you're lucky. I lost a lot of money, and maybe because you know what? Same thing. I don't know how to fight. You know, I'm a kid. I don't know what I'm doing. You know, my mom doesn't know much more than I did about the
At that time.
about the industry. So I was on my own. So I don't want people to feel like that. So I like to share my journey and share my mistakes and try to guide people in the right direction. And if I can avoid them a little less struggle than I went through, then my job is done. So
That's great.
hopefully we're able to accomplish that. So I have hopes.
So do you have auditions coming up for the murder
We
mystery?
do. We have a couple auditions going. We're going to have the auditions for the murder mystery, which the murder mystery is going to be on October 25th at Sacred Heart. And then we have the web series that will start filming in the beginning of January. So I will be holding auditions for both. So actually, if you are available, I would love for you to help me.
I would be honored
Because
to
I
help.
know that you have an eye for talent.
Thank you.
So I would appreciate your help.
Thank you so much.
I will definitely keep you posted about that.
Okay, sounds good.
Another thing that we have going on that I think that you would love to be involved with is we have our fashion show in February.
Oh.
Yes, it's a bridal slash fashion
We did
show.
one a couple years back.
Yes, yes.
It was at
That's right, yes.
The Serbian church on the east side. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this one's going to be at Sacred Heart as well.
Okay.
So, I mean, anything that you can help us with.
I would love to help.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
I would love that. So, it's funny. I find it a little funny that I'm able to help now other people, because the reason I got into it was because of the help of someone in the community. There's a gentleman, Jim Klukowski, who actually is a writer, and he has written a couple books about the community.
Oh.
He's the one that introduced me to the Chicago shows world.
Oh,
yeah.
who's this again?
Jim Klukowski.
Is he still an Eastsider?
He's still an Eastsider, and he worked on those books, with the Southeast Side of South Chicago, or what is it called, the Southeast Side Museum, the one that's in at Cal Park.
Oh,
Is it the South
I know
Historical
there's
Museum?
another person who wrote on that too.
Yes, Mr. Sellers.
Yes.
Yes, and I say Mr. Sellers because he
Yes.
was one of my teachers.
Rod Sellers.
Yes, Rod Sellers.
And you know
yes.
what's funny? I had a teacher at Columbia. His name was Dominic Pasigo, who was also involved in writing those books.
Oh,
as well.
really?
I took his history of Chicago class. I was just amazed. This city has so much history and
Yes,
culture.
I love
People
those
need to learn
books.
about it.
Yes, I love those
So
books.
this guy,
Jim
came in-
Klukowski, yes, I used to work at Skyway at the time. I worked there for 5 years, and he came in, and he would come in, and he had an ER head, and I asked him, hey, do you work for ER? What's going on? And he's like, yeah. He's like, you want to be on the show? I'm like, yes, please. So he introduced me to some of the crew, and he showed me how to
old
get
were you
in.
when this happened?
Oh my gosh, I was probably like 18.
Wow, and that's a big deal for an 18-year-old kid from the southeast side of Chicago.
And I mean, it wasn't like before. You couldn't find these things on Facebook.
Right.
You couldn't find it online. I remember
much
that
easier
in
now.
order to get to find out about any roles, you had to call a phone number.
Yes,
And
I
listen to the
remember that.
recording.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and you just had to call every day and just hope that it was a different
there
recording.
was Hoser and Ridge, who
Yes.
then became Hoser, Roche, and Ridge, but there was a bunch of other ones.
I know that
too.
Ambassador was back, had
Yeah.
things. Joan Philo had stuff. Atmosphere, I think, too. I mean, it was
was
so
a different
funny.
time.
It was a different time, and I remember you had to mail in your photos.
Yes.
and it's
And
just
it was the 8x10 black and white headshot.
Yes, it's crazy how things have changed. But yeah, so that's how it all started. I kind of had to. I got bypassed through that because he gave my information to the crew, and
Nice.
they called me in I did some work on ER.
Wow.
And then
I love that show. By
yeah,
the way. I don't
it
think
was.
any other Chicago show has been as good as that one.
It hasn't, and
Yeah.
I had never seen an episode until I started working on it.
Oh, really?
And once I started working on it, I watched. I binged. I think I started working maybe like season 7 or 8. I'm
Okay,
trying to
toward
think
the
back,
end.
and it was toward the end already. It wasn't. So I binge watched like.
It
All
was
the
a great show.
seasons, and I had to, and they were like on USA or something, so I had to like
Okay.
record them. It wasn't like now, man. It was
No,
hard.
Kids
It was
have
hard.
it so easy
Yes,
now.
it was hard to binge watch a show. I'm telling you, man. I had to record the episodes and come home and watch them all on the weekend.
On the VCR?
Yes, on the VCR.
Oh my God, on the VCR.
Ah, I'm telling you, difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how I got into it. So you know what, I want to do the same thing and be able to give back. Yeah, once I did that show, I started doing like little movies here and there. I did a
Yeah.
movie with Nev Campbell. It was
Oh, you
also
did?
the movie with oh my God, Jennifer Lopez. It was like a dancing video. I forgot the name of the movie. It was
it
like
a movie or a music
It was a
video?
movie. No, it was a movie with Jennifer Lopez, and it was like Just Dance, something dance. I don't even
don't
remember
remember.
it.
It was
Yeah,
from
it was so
Chicago?
long ago. Yes,
Oh,
it was
wow.
years ago. Yeah. So then once I took a break from that, I started doing the politics. And then I got back into it recently.
Well, that's great that you got back to it because you're obviously passionate about it and you
Yes.
love it. And
Yeah,
it's,
for
it's
sure.
important to feed that
Yes.
passion,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
You want to pay the bills, but you also want to do something
Yes,
creative. you know?
exactly.
And
So-
I can relate, believe me.
Yeah. So right now, I mean, we got to write these roles. We got to write this web series, make roles that
We got to do these
that we're
auditions.
proud
So
of.
tell everyone again when the auditions
So the
are gonna be.
auditions are going to be in a couple weeks. The murder mystery will be on October 25th. Then we have we're going to start filming the web series in January. And hopefully after that, we'll start working on films and we'll start working on little skits. Just
A world of opportunity.
a world of opportunities. So we want to make sure that we create roles that we are proud of. We no longer want to play the maid in every role,
wanna
the
have
nanny,
fun,
the game bangers.
Oh.
Just want to be able to create meaningful roles and a meaningful work, and that's what we're here for. So anybody that wants to be a part of this, if you have any local artists out there, actors, videographers, photographers, anything, just give us a call, hit us up, send us an email. We want to work with you too. So yeah.
Well, it's been great chatting with you. We
It's been
definitely
great
need to
chatting
do
with
this
you.
more often.
Yes, for sure. So I'm gonna have to tell Sam to call off a little bit more often so you could join me again, okay?
That sounds good.
Well, thank you again, Natalie, for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, well, you guys have a great day and talk to you later.
Here we go